Welcome back to Houston Life. Election Day is Tuesday, November 7th, and early voting runs through this Friday, November 3rd. And if you're planning on voting in person at any of the 701 polling locations across Harris County, we want to help you make sure you are prepared with everything you need to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mel Camp is out at NRG today to walk us through the steps on how to use a voting machine and other things we need to know. What's up, Mel?
Yes, I am this is Election Command Center. Isn't that right, Clerk Hudspeth?
That's
this is
right.
Pretty calm here right now. It's the calm before the storm.
Calm before the storm, I guess, if you want to use it that way. But what you should know is that we are just days away from the last day of early voting. Friday is the last day to early vote at 68 different vote centers in Harris County. You can go anywhere, right, near your home, school, work, wherever it needs to be, and you have from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But we are here at NRG, which is our Election Night Command Center. If voters want to know what they need to do to make a plan to vote between now and Election Day, they should go to harrisvotes.com, get their sample ballot, and look at what's on that ballot, study it, prepare for it, make a plan to vote. And now that we're talking about sample ballots, right, and what you need to know, make sure you have your ID. There are 7 qualifier IDs, might be your Texas driver's license, passport, anything with your photo, and get that sample ballot so you know what's going to show up on your ballot. And then you can see what it looks like to walk into a voting poll.
Which is pretty awesome, and that's if you come in person. There's over on Tuesday, on Election Day, there's going to be 701 locations where you can vote around Harris County.
So it's going to magnify from early voting. There'll be 701 vote centers you can choose from, or polling locations to go vote. You can go to harrisvotes.com, and what's great about that is you can look at the wait times, green, yellow, or red. Green means, hey, no lines here. Yellow might say there's a little traffic. Red means there's probably a line, and if you're scaling your time frame, go look at those wait times on Harris Votes, figure out what location's closest to you. Out of 701, you can go absolutely anywhere on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And the awesome thing with it is there is accessible voting, curbside voting, which makes it easy. So you really is no excuse to get out here and have your say.
That's right. So if you have mobility concerns, and you've maybe tested positive for COVID, you can wear your mask, drive up and vote curbside. No one is asking you to verify any of that, but you are able to be qualified and to vote curbside if it's necessary.
That's amazing. Now, and if you are getting off and out on your own 2 feet, out of your car, and you're heading into one of the voting centers, this is what you're going to be faced with, is one of these voting machines.
Yes, and our voting systems are touchscreen. Lynn's going to show us exactly how it works.
Okay, so let's walk through this. This is a piece of paper that you will be given when you come to vote and when you show your ID. And we just put this in here, don't we, Lynn?
Correct.
I've actually been practicing, which is exciting. Okay, so
to get started. So you got a green arrow, so you put it in properly. You'll hit next.
Okay. So it's all very basic. It's all very simple. And you go, no, I don't need to change anything. Okay, great. Straight to voting. So here we go. Begin voting. Now, this is the fun part. Of course, it's not going to look like this. This is just some sample
No, but this is a mock election that we have for the purpose of training.
I think Darth Vader was a bad guy, so I'm going for Abraham Lincoln, right?
That's right.
He did a pretty good job, right?
Right.
If he wants to go again. Wait, this is a no-brainer. Indiana Jones. I'm sorry. I love him.
Right. And you continue to make your selections. You notice there are instructions on the left of the screen that tells you what to do. You can go ahead and make your selection. If you want to vote go next.
Okay, great. And then here we go. Oh, Mary.
That's right.
Mary Curie. I mean, she was an amazing scientist, great architect, awesome photographer.
There you go. You hit
now,
next.
the interesting thing is if you hit next, like I did, and then you're like, oh no, I don't want Ansel Adams on that.
Right.
That was a mistake.
You'll hit back.
You can just go back. So you can go back as many times as you need to. It's pretty easy to make corrections.
That's right.
So you don't have to stress too much. I tend to stress when I'm filling out forms.
A lot of people do, and that's why we want you to feel confident and familiar with the process before you head to the polls.
And then, of course, there's the propositions, which we want to study up on, so we know where I just.
That's right, because you're an informed voter. You're an informed voter, and if you see here, all your selections appear. You were able to scroll all of your selections, review them again before you print.
Go back if you need to make changes.
Go back if you need to make changes.
But say we're all good.
That's right.
We hit print.
One last time to make sure before you print. And if you're ready, then go ahead and print.
So there's lots of options where you can go back and make changes if you need to. And then as this is printing, there's one more step that you have to do.
That's right.
Which is heading over to this box that's up here, which it looks like it is a scanner.
It's a scan. It's a scan that receives your ballot in the ballot box. So your vote doesn't count until you drop it in there.
Now, here's the best part. It doesn't matter which way you put it into the scanner. The machine will take care of it.
No matter which way. Once you receive a flag and a ding, you know that your vote has been counted, and you can leave the vote center knowing you've done your job for the day.
Votes are in. Homer Simpson for mayor of Sampleville.
right.
Lynn, thank you so very much. Clerk Hudspeth, thank you very much for walking us through this process. It really is straightforward, and this has been awesome. And of course, remember, you can early vote now, and Election Day is coming up on Tuesday next week.
Yes, that's right. If you're going to vote, make sure you're a strong voter and you go to harrisvotes.com to learn all the information you need before Tuesday.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. It was pretty easy. I don't know if you liked who I voted for, but I mean, it was pretty easy using the voting machine.
It's good stuff. The sticker at the end, Mel, is very important. And I think it's so important that even if someone has issues seeing or hearing or mobility issues, everyone should and can get out to vote. Those poll workers are phenomenal, and they can help you through every step of that process.